I believe that the best way to learn how to code is simply by doing, by creating cool projects and learning from that. So today we're going to be starting a new series. We're going to be creating a fully functional chess game in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So how do we start? You can see I'm in an empty folder here. As you are a programmer, it's better to get accustomed to the terminal. And here I'm in my codes folder. You can see some of the projects I've uh, done before and I've included in this folder. So I'm going to be creating a new folder. The folder's name would be chess game. So just let's call it vanilla chess. Okay. So I want to cd into vanilla chess. And by the way, these commands nkdir basically means make directory, which is just another word for saying create a folder. So I created a folder in the folder that I was on previously. Then cd means change directory, basically means move. So I cd'd or I moved into the vanilla chess folder. Now from here, what I can do is I can just write ls and this will show me everything which is in the folder. And currently when I just do that, there is nothing here to be seen, right? It's empty. That's the reason. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to create 3 files. The first file would be my HTML file. So I can use the touch command index.html. And again, I want to also create a CSS file. So style.css. We're going to be using everything vanilla, so no Sass or stuff like that, just CSS. I want to also have a JavaScript file, and I'm going to call this JavaScript file main.js. So now if I just write ls, you can see that all of the files are shown here. Now make sure that you are using the commands for your own shell, right? So this is PowerShell. So PowerShell has these commands. In command prompt CMD, I think the ls command is dir, which works here as well, but it is dir. On Unix systems, on Linux, on Mac OS, the commands might be different. Most of these commands are actually constant, but they might be different. So just search. And I encourage you to do this because you should be very familiar with the terminal. So as much as possible, just try to practice. And when you get to a level, it becomes easier to navigate here instead of just creating folders manually. So we have the folder. We are already in the folder. What I want to do is I want to just type, first of all, let me just type hx here because I'm using the helix command, the helix text editor. So you can use VS Code, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can use Vim or JetBrains ID, one of JetBrains' IDs, Sublime Code. It doesn't matter. The text editor doesn't matter. You can use Notepad if you want, but I think I work best in Helix, and also there isn't much about AI in it, so I just don't like watching AI everywhere as I work. So just by writing hx, I'm gonna enter it. You can download hx and use it and follow me step by step if you want. If you don't, just use VS Code. From here, I'm just gonna open my index.html file. Notice that there I didn't really do anything. I just created an index.html file and I'm moved into it. So you can do this in any text editor. So now from here, I want to actually write out basic HTML skeleton. So what are they? The first thing is doctype HTML. So what is this? The doctype HTML tag here, the way I've written it, is just an indicator of the HTML version. So when your browser reads this, it knows directly that this is HTML version 5. So it will read the code as HTML version 5. Next up, I want to have my HTML code, right? So I have this HTML code. And another reason, by the way, that I like this text editor is because it doesn't give code completion, which for beginners it might seem counterintuitive, but in reality, I think I work best in this sort of situations, and I think it is easier to both teach and to learn without any sort of help in this manner. Uh, One thing I want to add here is the lang. Yeah, so I just created a tag, this anti-HTML tag, meaning everything inside of here will be HTML code. The lang en means everything inside of it will be written in English. Next up, I want to have the head and the body. Okay, so the head is just some metadata. Uh, I'm going to include a title, chess game, and I could also uh, include some other things. I can include a meta tag. Let's do that. So meta cursed. Uh, I think it's been some time since I've written literal HTML. UTF-8. Is this the way to do it? I'm not sure. Maybe it is meta cursed. Okay, no, I think it is. I think it is written like this. But it doesn't matter. For now, I'm not going to really confuse you with the meta tags and stuff like that. You're not going to be needing it for this basic tutorial. But just they are tags that you use to give your browser some additional information about the HTML code you have. For example, the meta charset UTF-8 means that we're going to be using UTF-8 characters, which are the ones you are seeing on screen: H, T, M, L, A, B, C, D, exclamation mark, equals. These are what we call the UTF-8 characters. Now from this point, we also have the head, the title inside of the head, and this is just going to be showing up on our browser head. So let me just save this, and let me move to a new tab in the terminal. And from here, I want to go to the same place. So if I write ls, I can see that the vanilla HTML, the vanilla chase folder is here. So I can just go into it. Uh, Let me make this bigger if it's not clear to see. Then from here, if I click ls again, you can see the three files. And you can see that on the first one, it says length 115. That's because we just have some characters in it. So yeah. So what I want to do in this case is just type live HTML. And this is just an extension I made. Sorry, a package I made. It's a JavaScript package that just renders your code on a port. You can just open it inside of your browser. It doesn't really matter. You can use, if you're using VS Code, there is the live server uh, extension, which basically does the same thing. So here I have it's running on this local host. And let me just remove this. And you can see now from this that I have an empty HTML document. From this empty HTML document, you can see that the chess game is written up here, and that's actually directly from the title. So if I go back and if I change the title here, chess game exclamation mark, for example, when I go back here, it is updated and it says chess game exclamation mark. Okay, that's very nice. For now, let's just return this and let's try to work with some HTML here. So we can go inside here and I'm going to say, okay, so the easiest way to start is by saying h1 chess game. Okay, so you can see we have a heading that says chess game. I can make this bigger if you can't see, but I think it is quite visible. So now that's everything we need to start. And we're not going to be really doing anything more today. I just want to show you how to start a new coding project by just creating some files. You can see we have 3 files. Both of the main.js and style.css are empty currently because we're not at the CSS level yet. But we have set up our HTML, which is the starting point for every project. So every project on vanilla HTML, CSS, and JavaScript you do starts from HTML. Obviously, when you are advanced enough to go to stuff like JavaScript frameworks like React, Angular, Vue, Svelte, then it's mostly going to be JavaScript. But for now, we're just going to be starting from the HTML. And thanks for watching. Next time, we're going to be continuing on this project by creating our HTML. Until next time, goodbye.